I'll say it like this, crafters think of everything. Creative minds, they think of everything and they see beauty in very basic items. Well, today's creative guest has us making paper from paper. With your recycled paper pile and a blender, you can create beautiful masterpieces. Kelcie Hansen is here to teach us how to make handmade paper. Welcome back to Studio 5, sister.
Thank you.
You're remarkable.
Oh, well, thank you.
Your
You're
beautiful
so
brain, the way it thinks, and you say sustainable crafting is really growing in popularity.
It is. It's become so trendy, you know, like the cottage core and everything, and it's just beautiful, and you're just taking things from nature and making more things, and it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, it's environmentally friendly. Show us what you're doing. You're making paper.
Yes, we're making paper. So first I'm going to tell you what we can do with that paper. Okay, so I have turned this handmade paper into a place card.
Look how beautiful, the texture.
You know, add some flowers to the tablescape, it's going to be beautiful.
It's lovely.
Right, and you can paint on this handmade paper. Let me tell you, it's like painting on a pile of paper towels though, so when I did my watercolors, it was really absorbent, but it turned out so beautiful. We've got some different colors here.
I'm probably going to say the word texture 50 times, but it really is so attention grabbing.
It really is, and I am a texture person, so I love that aspect of this.
Yeah.
I've made some bookmarks with it.
Look how cute.
I can hold these up.
Yeah.
And I laminated those because those have crayon bits in it, and I did not want those all over my books.
You put crayon in the paper?
Crayon in the paper, so we're going to do some fun add-ins.
Okay.
So we've got, you know, crayons here. We've got petals and leaves and seeds. This is plantable paper.
I have seen this where you add the flower seeds, right?
Yes, flower seeds. And so this one, it's a different method than the other one, so we'll talk about both of those.
Okay.
But you can add seeds to the paper and then just plant the paper as is.
Amazing.
So we've got some cards that you can do that with, and I've seen these as like wedding favors, party favors, you know, baby showers, things like that.
Oh, sweet.
Super environmentally friendly and so fun and adorable.
Okay.
So this printable is going to be free on my website. It's readwritecolor.com.
Oh, thank you for that.
So you can just make your paper and slip it in there and it's ready to go. You can add instructions, whatever you want.
Design eye is brilliant too. So the way you've designed that for us, where do we get this again?
Readwritecolor.com.
Put this out for the mothers in your life coming up, right?
Yes, Mother's Day, absolutely.
Okay, so you said there's two different methods.
Yes, so we've got two different methods. First of all, I'm going to walk you through the whole process.
Okay.
It's like 4 days, guys. Like it is.
This is a commitment.
It is a commitment, but the hands-on time is so small.
Okay.
Like, it's mostly just waiting.
It's more patience than work.
Yeah. Okay, so first you're going to fill up a jar with scrap paper.
Any paper, light,
junk mail,
heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
My water's turning pink because one of my kids had, you know, put red marker on something.
Now, when you say junk mail, can I do like the glossy paper?
I would probably do more, not the glossy
Not
stuff.
the glossy, okay.
But you can do the thicker stuff. I've seen like egg cartons. Jeff was telling me paper towels and toilet paper he used to do. You know, all of those things.
Right. I feel the need to clarify.
Right.
Yes, okay. All right, fine.
Okay, so you're gonna soak that overnight.
Yes.
And the next day you're just
in water.
In water. It turns whatever color the stuff is. You're gonna pour it into the blender, blend it up, and you're gonna get this pulp. It's lovely, right?
My kids would complain about that even more than they complain about their green smoothies, yeah.
Right, okay. So once we have the pulp, we're gonna do the flat paper method first. Okay, so we have this pan. You're gonna need one that's large enough for your screen, okay? I'll explain that.
Okay.
Hold on.
My creative life is in your hands. I trust you.
We have it filled up with water, and so we're gonna pour in some of this pulp just until it's kind of
that's the water and the paper.
Water and paper.
Blended.
Blended.
Okay.
Fresh water. You're gonna mix it up until it's just opaque.
Okay.
Okay, so you can kind of not see through this anymore.
Yes.
And then you're gonna get a screen. You can make these fancy ones with picture frames and everything. I use a splatter screen from the dollar store, circle, flat.
Oh, okay.
I left it home. So we're using...
Use your imagination.
We're gonna do this.
A strainer works too.
We're gonna use a strainer. It's nice and small holes. So you're going to scoop it like this, let it drain out.
Okay.
And here is where you would add your toppings. We'll call them toppings.
I like that you said add-ins. I normally think of that for cupcakes or pancakes.
You know, so I have some, you can use dried or fresh flowers.
Crayons you mentioned.
I used crayons and I just smashed them up really well.
Okay.
So here's where you're gonna add them in.
Yes.
And then you're going to have a layer of towels here.
So you've got kind of a
sludge here.
Yeah.
And it's smooth, and you're just gonna flip it over.
Okay.
And then, normally this is flat, and you're going to pat it down.
Got it.
Pull this apart, and you can see it left a little bit here. We're gonna make it work. And you let that dry for like 1 or 2 days.
Okay, just leave it, let it be.
Let it be, and that's it for that.
That's it.
If you add crayons,
look how fun.
so this is when I have ironed it between 2 pieces of parchment, and this is what it looks like if you don't iron it.
This is the unironed, this is the flattened.
Right.
How pretty.
So,
how pretty.
so that's the flat method.
Okay.
The other way you can do it
We've got about 1 minute.
is take this sludge right here, like you said. That's a terrible word.
Sorry,
Why do
I
we call
know.
it that?
It was the only thing that came to my vocabulary brain.
We're gonna put it inside these tiny little
Cookie cutters.
and you're
Okay.
just gonna press it down here.
And it takes shape.
It takes shape, and just leave the cookie cutter on it to dry. But this is where you would add on top
The seeds.
The seeds. So
And they would adhere, they would stick.
Yes, and they do.
This is
and then
so
after a
fun.
couple days, you just peel it off.
How long have you been experimenting with this or creating this?
About a month.
And you love it.
I love it. It's been so fun. My kids are probably like, Mom, can we just use the paper already? Stop taking our paper.
Can we fill up the recycle bin for once?
Right? You know.
No, this is such a great, like we said, environmentally friendly project, and I think a fun creative outlet as well.
It's
Have
been
you
so
shared a tutorial on your website too?
Yes, I'm working on,
Good,
tutorial. We'll try and get some pictures in there with the actual screen,
Okay.
you know.
Well, you should be peeking in on her website regularly. You're on Instagram as well.
Yes, at Read Write Color, and this will all be on there as well.
All right, fun creative projects and always great, well-designed downloads there for you. So we'll link you over if you aren't following already. But Kelcie, thank you so much for
Thank
challenging
you.
us. Paper made of paper. Now you can say you've seen it.